fighting rat colonies as a pickle, to fighting the President of the United States.
Come on, bitch!
These are the most badass moments in Rick and Morty. In Season 1, Episode 9, something wicked this way comes. Summer started the job at an antique store that was owned by the Devil, aka Lucius Needful, maybe Lucifer in another universe, where they sold cursed antique items to people.
This aftershave makes a man quite irresistible to women. Free of charge, one never pays here. Not with money.
Nothing to read into there. Thanks!
But this didn't set well with Rick.
Tell me, Rick, what do you desire?
I make my own stuff.
And he started to reverse engineer the curse out of the items, putting the devil out of business.
Have you acquired creepy specific old stuff from a mysterious antique or thrift store that gives you powers but fucks with you in unforeseeable ways? Bring it to Curse Purge Plus!
Which, in turn, made the devil so depressed he tried to, put himself to sleep. Forever.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Kinda like a one-way ticket to go back to hell. Slightly ironic, really.
I mean, seriously. I may be the devil, but your grandpa is the devil.
However, Summer helps him, even telling her grandpa that she's gonna side with the devil just because he gave her a job.
We're going to file Chapter 11 and do some restructuring.
Sounds like code for you win, Rick!
So, the devil and Summer built their own company, which they eventually sold to Google.
That's it! We just got bought by Google!
But in the end, the devil Zuckerbergs her.
This is my business. Security!
You're Zuckerberging me?
I was Zuckerberging people before Zuckerberg's balls dropped.
This was a reference to how Mark Zuckerberg diluted Eduardo Saverin's shares in Facebook, which drove him out of the company. Summer was heartbroken by this betrayal, and Rick, being a good grandpa, for once devised a plan to hit the gym and get jacked up with Summer. Also, taking that secret sauce all gym bros promise they don't take while they're at it. They raided the devil's presentation and gave us one of the most badass scenes in the series. And not only did they beat him up, but also a neo-Nazi, a bully, a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, and an abusive dog owner, as X Gon Give It To You by DMX played in the background just for a nice little bit of theming. But while Rick had his moment with Summer, it was nothing compared to when Rick and Morty killed the rich people who were in charge of the Purge. Look Who's Purging Now was the episode that paid homage to the Purge movies. When Rick and Morty ran out of wiper fluid for their spaceship, they stumbled upon a strange planet.
Does your planet have wiper fluid yet, or are you gonna freak out and start worshipping us?
The General Store ought to have what you need.
Thanks.
And unfortunately for them, it was that night of the year when everyone is purging.
Peace.
Oh, I know what this is. You've been able to sustain world peace because you have one night a year where you all run around robbing and murdering each other without consequence.
That's right.
What?
So Rick decided they would stay and watch the whole thing from their spaceship.
They are purging the out of each other. Oh my god. Oh. That was... Okay, yeah, that was gross. Wow.
What a nice little bit of grandfather-grandson bonding, I guess. However, Morty finds a damsel in distress named Arthricia.
Wait, hold on. We have to go down there.
What? Why?
That poor girl. We have to save her.
They save from a bunch of savages,
It's okay. We're not gonna hurt you. My name is Morty. This is my grandpa.
but she betrays them by driving away on their spaceship and even shooting Rick in his most vital and hard-working organ.
She got me right in the goddamn liver, Morty. It's the hardest working liver in the galaxy, Morty. And now it has a hole in it. I hope it was worth it.
Still, Rick and Morty managed to get through it all without even using the portal gun and straight up purging everyone to find Arthricia.
Morty. Time to purge.
But she tells them about the rich people who control their society throughout this purge and asks them for their help in bringing them down once and for all.
I was going to use your ship to destroy the rich assholes that run our society and save my people from the horrors of this yearly festival.
Everyone loves a good coup, eh? So, Rick, Morty, and Arthricia take down the rich people in the most gruesome manner and even do a little dance sequence at the end because, everyone needs a bit of Bollywood love in their life, creating a really cool fight sequence.
Okay, now it's time we do a little dancing to Tony. Look at my feet, mother...
Aw, yeah!
But still, nothing could ever come close to the time Rick escaped the Galactic Federation. At the end of Season 2, Rick turned himself into the Galactic Federation.
Hi, my name's Jerry Smith. I'm from planet Earth. I know the whereabouts of Rick Sanchez, the wanted criminal.
Hold on.
And we were all on the edge of our seats to see what would happen next.
What are you in for?
Everything.
We got our answer in the first episode of the season following.
Come on, who wants to watch a mad scientist use handmade sci-fi tools to take out highly trained alien guards when we can sit here and be a family at Shoney's?
The Earth was being controlled by the Federation, and Rick was a prisoner trapped inside his own mind, where an agent was interrogating him to find the secret to his interdimensional portal travel by searching through his memories.
What do you guys got me in a Series 9000? You cheap insect fucks didn't think I was worth your best equipment?
Rick eventually agreed to go with him on the exact day he made the portal gun.
You want to see my first boner, or should we go straight to the moment I discovered interdimensional travel?
For that, Rick needed a snack break.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like to get a 10-piece McNugget and a bunch of the Szechuan sauce, like as much as you're allowed to give me.
But instead of the portal formula, we saw the saddest day in Rick's life instead, when our C-137 lost everything he cared about.
The day I invented the portal gun is the day I lost her.
So, they drove to Rick's home, which was literally modeled after Walter White's house from Breaking Bad. Could this be a reference to Rick going bad? And there we saw young Rick in his garage trying to build a portal gun, when he is met by none other than Rick Prime, who tells him to team up and use his portal formula.
Imagine going anywhere, anytime with nobody able to stop you. Sounds lonely. Lonely? Dude, you have yourself. Your infinite selves. It's a nonstop party where all the guests are the only person we like.
But our Rick declined his offer to be with his family.
Pass. Excuse me? Bro, Ricks don't pass on this. Who do you think you are? A different kind of Rick, I guess. Well, we'll see how long that lasts.
However, a portal opens up and a bomb falls out of it, killing both Diane and Beth. As Rick writes the formula for inventing the portal gun,
I got it. I fucking got it!
the agent takes a picture and sends it forwards.
Is that it? The portal gun?
Yeah, that's the 3 lines of math that separates my life as a man from my life as an unfeeling ghost.
Awesome possum.
You'd assume it was mission accomplished, right? Instead, he transfers his conscious mind to the agent's body by sending a virus disguised as the portal formula and wakes up.
Another day, another dollar. Am I a great insect creature or what?
And on the other hand, the Citadel of Ricks had sent SEAL Team Ricks after him, who were holding Summer and Morty captive.
We'll dispatch SEAL Team Ricks immediately to break into the prison holding C-137.
Booyah.
And assassinate him.
Boo nah.
So what did Rick do next? He transferred his mind from the agent to Rick D99,
D99, you okay?
then to a commander on the Citadel,
Commander-in-Chief of the Citadel's militia. Good enough. He's a spy, blow him up. I'm gonna go take a shit.
and shows up to save them and hands over a gun to Morty.
Rick! Morty, take this, you're gonna need it later.
While evil Rick was threatening our Rick with Summer's life, he started to play it off like he didn't care about Morty and Summer at all.
What's this supposed to accomplish? We have infinite grandkids. You're trying to use Disney bucks at a Caesar's palace here.
And this is when Morty gets angry and shoots his own grandpa.
Drop the gun, Rick!
Morty, I know you're too stupid to get this, but you're really fucking this up right now.
I'm not letting you let my sister die! Drop the gun!
I wasn't gonna let her die, you fucking moron! Ha!
Aww.
But wait, it was all part of Rick's plan all along. Cunning man.
Morty,
What an idiot!
What a dumb Morty.
Who's stupid now, bitch?
Morty, we just got him back!
That was amazing, Morty. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, let's wrap this up. Good job, Morty. Let's go, kids.
What?
And not only that, he teleported the entire Citadel into the Galactic Federation prison, destroying the Citadel as well, just, because he needed to make sure he was aura farming his way to victory.
What the fuck? We just teleported into a Galactic Federal prison. I'm gonna go take a shit.
And the best thing is still left. After everything else, Rick was still not done destroying the Galactic Federation. And after some nice pictures from Summer and Morty, Rick does this.
Mr. President, the Blimflark's value just dropped to nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, our single centralized galactic currency just went from being worth 1 of itself to 0 of itself.
Oh, dear God.
He collapsed the entire economy of the Galactic Federation, causing the Federation to fall into further chaos, showcasing to everyone that that's how you escape in style. But our list wouldn't be complete without adding Pickle Rick. In Season 3, Episode 3, Pickle Rick, Rick, for some godforsaken reason, decided to turn himself into a pickle.
I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal, I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle!
While the rest of the family were preparing for a therapy session,
We have an appointment downtown that was set a week ago and agreed upon by everyone, including you.
Oh my god, Beth. Oh, it totally slipped my mind. Jeez, oh man, I'm a pickle. I mean, I don't know if I can... Ooh.
Rick! Well, Rick noped the hell out. He decided he would rather become a pickle than face his childhood trauma. But Morty suspected that Rick did this just to avoid going to the therapy session.
Did you do this on purpose to get out of family counseling?
Morty!
Rightly, as it turned out, noticing a dangling syringe rigged to inject Rick the moment they would leave.
Why is there a syringe of mysterious fluid hanging directly over you? Also, why is the string attached to it running through a pair of scissors attached to a timer? And why is the timer set to 10 minutes from now, exactly when we would have left for therapy?
Rick rejected the idea and claimed the syringe was irrelevant.
Well, Morty, if you must know, the syringe is completely unrelated to this discussion and therefore does not warrant further explanation.
Enough!
So Beth put it in her purse and left with Summer and Morty.
What are you doing there, Beth? What are you doing there, sweetie?
Well, I mean, you don't want to get pierced by a needle full of liquid unrelated to your situation. How's that going to help?
Can't argue with that.
Great.
Suddenly, a cat named Izzy appeared and knocked Rick over, pushing him outside the garage and exposing Rick to the sun.
I'm a pickle! I'm a pickle! Whoa! Oh, whoa! Oh, crap, that sun is bright.
That's why I tell everyone to get a dog. Come on now. Rick grudgingly says,
Okay, come on. This can't really be the way I go out. This is the mega genius equivalent of dying on the toilet.
but luckily for him, a timely rain shower saved him from that fate, flushing him down into the sewers.
Oh god! Perpendicular! Perpendicular! Oh shit!
And from there, Rick created a bit of pickle juice and lured a cockroach towards him, bit its head off, and used it to fight other cockroaches, evade rats, and ultimately build an exoskeleton out of their remains in an Iron Man suit-up-like sequence.
Oh yeah!
After he finally escaped the sewer, Rick accidentally ended up in a Russian fortress,
Hey, it's cool. Just need to find the nearest exit. Whoa. No need to freak out.
where they were guarding a huge amount of money and even holding a Russian fighter prisoner named Jaguar. The agency tried to kill him, but Rick outsmarted their every move and took them down one by one, instilling a fear of Solenya, the Pickle Man, in them, a reference to John Wick's Baba Yaga.
You should know, those men killed themselves.
And how is that?
They didn't let me out.
Solenya, shut your mouth.
When everything else fails, their leader calls upon Jaguar to kill Rick.
She lives, Jaguar. Where is this pickle?
They begin fighting, leading them both to talk about their motives.
They have my daughter. There's nothing I won't do to see her again.
Yeah, there's lots I wouldn't do to see my daughter, but killing you gets me to her quicker than your derivative bullshit.
After finding out Jaguar's daughter is dead, Rick decides to do a grand escape with Jaguar, rigging the whole place with bombs. With a cool toss of a cigarette, he blows up the whole place, with the leader of the Russian agency saying his final goodbye to him.
Farewell, Solenya.
But what about the time Rick made the Avengers look dumb? When the galaxy's self-proclaimed heroes, the Vindicators, called Rick and Morty for help on their next mission, Rick's reaction was nothing short of disgust.
They're the first line of defense against evil. They're the guardians of the unguarded.
They're the writers of their own press releases, Morty. They're a bunch of drama queens that spend an hour talking and 20 minutes jumping around while shit blows up.
I think Rick is more of a DC fan, just my opinion. Right from the off, Rick mocked the Vindicators' teamwork and got blackout drunk.
God.
Good morning. Looks like your grandpa had a long night.
The catch, however, was that drunk Rick is still in fact Rick Sanchez.
Hello, Vindicators. Welcome to your reckoning, baby! Well, it's official. I had too much to drink last night.
And he was 10 steps ahead of everyone else. The Vindicators had no idea what hit them.
Ooh, real scared, real fucking on alert, high alert over here.
What the fuck?
It's World Ender.
The next day, as they prepared to face World Ender, they discovered he was already dead and every door around them was suddenly locked. A hologram of Rick appeared, and the Vindicators just knew that they were about to face something way worse than their arch nemesis.
Rick, whoever did this is an even bigger threat than World Ender. We can't leave now.
He's right. This is far from over.
What followed was a series of traps and puzzles, all designed by Rick himself while being blackout drunk. Each test exposed the lies behind the Vindicators' heroism. He made a Saw movie for the Avengers.
Is this a Saw thing? Are you seriously sawing the Vindicators?
Morty, I'm a drunk, not a hack.
Ain't that something?
I need space from this!
Vance Maximus died trying to escape. Then Crockeybot's cold logic failed him, and Supernova's arrogance slowly turned to rage.
I conceived a child with million ants and it died inside me because it was 500,000 ants and half collapsing star!
All because of the smartest man in the universe. It proved that even while drunk, Rick Sanchez's intellect outmatched everyone else, even the rip-off Avengers, legally distinct, of course.
Alright, by now I've been pretty clear that I think the Vindicators are full of shit.
And when they reach the end, it becomes perfectly clear why Rick did all of this. Just because of one side character, Noob, who laughed at his joke at the beginning of the episode.
It's not all bad, though. They were spared having to see their grown son wear a whistle.
God damn!
Thanks, Noob.
At the end of it all, Rick even threw a party for Noob, inviting famous rapper Logic to perform at it.
Can't forget about the one who never seems to get a chance.
No!
All the bitches come around for.
No!
One drunk man dismantling an entire team of superheroes is just brutally badass. But when Morty turned into evil Morty for just a moment there, that was something else. While Beth was making a little statue from horse hooves, Summer asked her if she was pretty.
What's wrong?
Mom, do you think I'm hot?
I don't think that's something that mattered.
But Beth just brushed it off, saying she shouldn't worry about her looks, which made Summer feel terrible as she'd just been dumped by her boyfriend, Ethan, who'd replaced her with Trisha Lang.
It's actually a contraction of some and more. You see that?
Oh, wow.
Summer's first thought was Ethan left her because Trisha had bigger melons.
Oh yeah, Ethan? What do you have in common with Trisha Lang? A mutual love of French cinema? The belief that a carbon tax is the only viable solution to climate change? Or could it be her massive stripper titties?
Her response was to go running into her grandpa's garage, grab the Morphizer XE, and give herself a DIY boob job.
Oh yeah.
Everything was going fine until Summer got greedy.
Oops. Okay, just a little more on the other side then. Oh, come on! Oh, jeez! Stop!
Suddenly it wasn't just her boobs that got giant, it was everything.
I'd call that progress.
She's huge!
And normal.
I'm not normal!
Ended up just a little bit messed up. So, does that machine work on, other parts of the body? Asking for a friend. Anyway, Morty wanted to call Rick to the rescue, but Beth, feeling guilty about her actions, wanted to fix the problem by herself.
Mom, call Rick! Thank you.
There's a customer service number on here.
Mom!
However, it ends up making everything worse, turning Summer into a giant skinless monster. This made Morty go nuts, telling Beth that she was acting even worse than Rick.
I tricked Rick into taking Dad on an adventure because I thought I could get a break from this kind of shit. But no, like father, like goddamn daughter.
And while arguing, they realized that the giant Summer was gone.
Like I lost Summer.
Hey, you haven't lost her yet.
No, I definitely did. She's gone.
God damn it!
Man, how can you lose a giant person? They quickly tracked Summer to Camp Flabbernaber, where Ethan and Trisha were camping.
The one with the name that sounds like somebody gave up halfway through naming it. Camp Flabbernaber.
Beth also turned herself into a giant monster like Summer and tried to make up with her, using a weird, monstrous language that only they could understand. Making Trisha so scared that she ran away, leaving Ethan behind with Morty and the Morphizer XE.
Ethan, hey, it's okay. Sit down.
Morty did what no one expected him to do.
You made my sister cry, Ethan. You messed with her body image.
He stood up against Ethan, scaring him in the most gangster way ever, resembling the cold and serious look of evil Morty. This was a huge deal, as it was the first time that we'd seen this side of Morty. When Ethan tried to talk, Morty shushed him and gave him a final, chilling warning.
Look, Morty.
Shh. Careful, Ethan. Your s'more is burning.
Morty then aimed the Morphizer XE at Ethan and turned it on, making it one of the most awesome Morty moments we have seen in the entire series. Morty would make for an amazing mob boss, for sure. Speaking of acting like mob bosses, how about putting the squeeze on the leader of the free world? When the president refuses to give Morty a selfie, Rick and Morty take revenge in the most cool way possible. When the president of the United States calls Rick and Morty to clear out a monster in the Kennedy sex tunnels.
Here's the adventure. Some kind of alien Googa has infested the Kennedy sex tunnels. I want it hunted down and taken out.
They became pretty annoyed by his constant requests and lack of gratitude.
Sucks.
He treats us like Ghostbusters.
We should talk to him.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's set some boundaries with a spoiled control freak that thinks he runs the world and orders drone strikes to cope with his insecurity.
So, to teach him a lesson, they went home to play some Minecraft.
Third choice, Minecraft.
You like it now?
Gotta be honest, Morty, it's grown on me.
When the president saw this through a satellite feed, he called them furiously.
You lying dicks! I see your asses playing Minecraft. I got you on satellite. That's right.
Only for Rick and Morty to tell him to fuck off, saying they didn't want to do anything for him anymore unless he agreed to take a selfie with Morty.
My grandson has worked hard for you, and I feel like he's earned a selfie.
Honestly, I could take it or leave it at this point.
You're taking it.
This sparks a petty conflict between Rick and the president, with Rick and Morty saying they are above the authority of the US government.
I learned about your job in school. You're a civil servant. We're technically your boss.
While the president is unbothered, mentioning they didn't even need them.
Our policy is we never needed them and never will again. Today we celebrate our independence from Rick and Morty.
And just to get back at the president, Rick and Morty start solving major world problems on their own, like forging a peace treaty for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Israel and Palestine have announced a permanent ceasefire.
What? They signed something called the Pretty Obvious If You Think About It Accord.
I still say it has to be Putin.
It was Rick and Morty, you fucking dunce!
When the president finally found them in his office,
God damn it, they're right here!
They were held at gunpoint by 9 security men who shot at Rick and died instantly.
Open fire! God, you are dumb.
Rick has unlocked the Matrix. Maybe Neo needs to learn a thing or two from Rick.
Ooh, Rick, Doctor Who in this motherfucker. I could be a clone. I could be a hologram. We could be clones controlled by robots controlled with special headsets that the real Rick and Morty are wearing while they're fucking your mother.
Rick asks the president for a selfie again.
As long as you live, no matter where you are, if it isn't in a selfie with him, I'll be here.
And a one-on-one combat between Rick and the president begins, with them using multiple gadgets to fight each other.
Right to get the fuck out of my office.
Creating one of the most action-packed sequences in Rick and Morty. But while fighting the president is one thing, fighting the literal god of lightning is just insane, even for Rick. When Jerry tried to take the Smith family camping, Rick got the news that he may have impregnated a whole planet that is now calling him daddy.
Oh my god, Grandpa, you fuckboy.
I'm not a fuckboy, Summer. There's no way those kids are mine.
Well, how?
But when Rick tried to dodge becoming a father once more, Beth forced him to take accountability.
I am not letting you abandon those kids like you abandoned me.
Oh my god.
We're going to see this baby mama right now.
What, like literally now?
Yes, now. That's an order.
And the family went to the pregnant planet named Gaia.
Rick, you came.
Where is she?
You're looking at her.
There, Rick and Beth helped Gaia in giving birth to some weird-looking alien babies by building a machine that separates the babies based on their intelligence.
We got an oversupply of teachers putting a strain on the literary drive.
Activating playwright converter.
On the other hand, Jerry still tried to plan a camping trip with Morty and Summer, but they refused to participate anyway, with Summer calling Jerry pathetic.
Let's be real, you've been high-roading us nonstop, forcing us to do nothing in the middle of fucking nowhere because it's the only way you're gonna level the playing field, isn't it? Because if you move the bar so low, you might actually seem like you're worth a fuck.
That was probably too far, Summer. Jeez. Jerry decides to go for a walk, ends up at the remote spot with Rick's useless alien babies.
Who are you guys?
We are unproductives.
The child Rick were gathered.
What is that?
This is camping.
Camping? Ooh. Camping!
Camping!
And there, Jerry taught them basic camping skills and even guided them to attack the city that Beth and Rick were building.
Jerry? Oh my god! Is that you? What the hell are you doing?
Camping?
Oh look, Jerry finally found his people.
But then, a huge cloud-like figure appeared in the sky, and Gaia told Rick that she might have made a mistake and that Rick might not actually be the father.
God?
Rick, the kids. I messed up. You're not their father.
Ooh boy, turning into Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer or whatever kind of Family Feud type show you care to watch. But you know, I'm here for it. Get me the popcorn.
In the case of one-year-old Malay, Juan, you are not
In this salacious bit of family drama, Gaia reveals that the actual father may well be Zeus, the thunder god, that she just happens to call Reggie, you know, as you do.
We should just bail, Dad. At least this guy is immortal and can stick around.
Bullshit, they're my kids, we're staying.
However, Rick wasn't having any of it.
Guys, please, not in front of the kids.
And he went mano a mano with the god of thunder himself, going up into the clouds to fight in one-on-one combat.
All right, motherfucker. Let's go.
Rick and Reggie brutally beat each other bare-fisted until Summer and Morty crashed the ship into Reggie's head, ending his reign of terror.
School's in, bitch.
What the fuck?
When Rick, Morty, and Summer were at Chips and Blitz, a group of die-hard enthusiast terrorists took over.
Check the hostages. Make sure nobody else here is doing a die-hard.
Causing a power outage with Morty still inside the game, Roy. This forced Rick to go into the game as Roy to try and get Morty out.
This is what is happening. You and me and your sister are at an arcade called Blips and Chits. It's been taken over by terrorists, the power went out, the game restarted, and your identity has been splintered into all the non-player characters.
Summer, in the meantime, is instructed by Rick to do a die-hard, to fight back against the alien terrorists, with Rick's only advice for her being,
just do a die-hard.
What does that mean?
Sneak around, use air vents. You've never seen Die Hard?
I'm 17. No, I've never seen fucking Die Hard.
But the only problem was that Summer had never seen the Die Hard franchise, which is a travesty by itself, by the way.
You can even recall a single line.
Walkie-talkie Die Hard, motherfucker.
But for someone who had never seen the Die Hard films, Summer turned out to be a surprisingly good John McClane.
Sneak around, crawl in some vents, do a Die Hard.
Taking out the terrorists one by one.
Die Hard, Die Hard, Die Hard!
And even conversing through the walkie-talkie with a Hans Gruber impersonator.
Why are you here, Miss Die Hard? I want to know why you don't just leave.
Who, quite frankly, was an expert on Die Hard. Even wrote books on the franchise as well.
It's not every day one meets a fellow die-hard enthusiast.
When the terrorists finally came to know that Summer was not the McClane she claimed to be,
wait,
And then what? And then we help your sister do her Die Hard.
They found Rick and Morty hooked up to Roy. But in the final scene, just like McClane did, Summer ends up taping a gun to her back.
I don't suppose you have a gun taped to your back?
What the hell does that mean?
It's how Die Hard ends.
To take down the Gruber impersonator, once and for all.
Dippy-doo, baby! Nice timing, Grandpa Rick.
But while Summer may have had her badass moment as McClane, Rick's fight with the Fortune 500 CEO was on another level. When the Smith family was at Panda Express, they all received fortune cookies.
You know, fortune cookies only come true if you eat the cookie first.
And while everyone else's fortune was about family or making a new friend, Jerry's fortune was straight up bizarre.
What's your stupid 21st century watered down fortune cookie say, Dad?
You will have sex with your mother.
Knowing Jerry, I would believe this fortune as well.
Why is it so specific? And why are 3 of the numbers a few numbers off from my mom's birthday? Can we investigate this, Rick?
Morty and Summer added fuel to Jerry's growing paranoia by pranking him again and again with weird pictures of his mother.
Check that out, huh?
Due to his growing paranoia, Rick agreed to help him investigate the fortune cookie matter.
I'm gonna tell you something I've never told anyone. We need to go to Panda Express.
And they headed back to Panda Express. Rick got into an intense fight with the workers, who were brutally executed by Rick. And they told him about the supplier of the fortune cookies, which was a company known as Fortune 500.
So, where do you get your cookies?
Same distributor as everyone else. That's their truck out back.
Solid.
Rick and Jerry entered the factory that manufactured the absurd fortunes.
How much money can there be in cookies that you get for free?
Where Rick suited up as a businessman and Jerry as his assistant for disguises.
Give me suits beyond suits. Jerry assistant clothing. Makeup!
What the hell was that?
They finally met the mastermind behind the fortunes, Deneth Padro Chunt, and discovered that an alien was making it, and also an old man named Old M. Huxby.
Is stripping randomness from space-time and leaving behind super dense pockets of energy that bend entropy towards definable outcomes.
Who was apparently in love with the alien and even planned on marrying it once he got out of there.
Does the alien want that? It's not exactly what I'd call a sentient species.
Man, no.
Love is blind, people. Jenith called in the guards and even Jerry's mom.
Hi, Jerry. Your friends picked me up in a limousine.
Which meant his unresolved fortune would probably happen. This made him run away while Rick ate some fortune cookies and fought with the guards, killing each of them by outsmarting their fortunes as well, creating a really action-packed fight. And as the CEO tried to fight back with him, Rick resolved her fortune of becoming the most successful businesswoman in the world by transferring all of the money from Goldman Sachs into her account.
I just used a dark web account to hack Goldman Sachs, remove trillions of dollars, and purchase everything your company offers.
And then retransferred all of it back.
Now I'm emptying your bank accounts and giving the money back to Goldman Sachs, because I sit dead center on the alignment chart.
She then ate a lot of fortune cookies to become a weird fortune monster.
I still have one more dream!
But destroyed all of the setup, even freeing the alien that devoured her.
That's all the bad guys down. We almost got this, Jer.
And poor old M. Huxby. But Jerry tripped over a chaos capsule that created a black hole, swallowing everything around them.
No!
Rick did what any good father-in-law would do for his son-in-law and saved Jerry from falling into the black hole as a bonus on top of everything else.
Holy shit, that was close.
But while Rick saved Jerry from this one in his own style, this next one made them come together. Literally. When Jerry came to ask Rick for his help with his rake situation.
I was wondering if you could help me out with a bit of a rake situation.
A rake situation?
To tell whether Gene had taken his rake or not, Rick declined to help. But Jerry stepped on his nerves, saying he wastes his intelligence.
All that brain and you just waste it.
Hold up. I waste my brain.
Yeah.
So Rick decided to swap minds with Jerry just to prove a point.
I'm gonna put my mind in your brain and your mind in my brain.
However, things took an ugly turn as Rick, in Jerry's body, shot himself.
Wait, no!
I can only imagine what was inside Jerry's mind that made Rick do that. And Jerry, in Rick's body, blew himself up.
All right, Jerry, you can do this.
Luckily, Rick's garage AI machine brought them back to life.
There goes my Thursday.
But somehow their brains became intertwined.
It shuffled us. Garage, fix this!
Situation was fixed.
You call this fixed?
And each of them thought that the other one was Jerry.
This guy thinks he's me!
On the other hand, Morty got kidnapped by a mobster alien named Chuxley on an asteroid.
I caught this punk selling crystals on our turf.
You big precious moron! Did you know the fuck? This is Morty, the kid who hangs with Rick Sanchez?
Rick and Jerry, after arguing, finally agreed to prioritize saving Morty first by killing all of the mobsters.
We know where you are.
My milkshake is empty! Okay.
Rick even used his cone head to drive a literal hole through Chuxley. most importantly, Rick and Jerry came together to form a duo that nobody in their right minds would expect.
Rick used to hate that kind of hang-loose McConaughey platitude, but he was also just gonna spend today grumpy and isolated.
Jerry'd still be hung up about the rake.
The rake?
After some time, the duo decided to leave their family and go on a crime spree across the universe as aliases Burger and Fries.
No rules, no responsibilities, just two best friends on the run. Yeah!
However, Beth, Summer, and Morty got kidnapped by Chuxley again.
Got your family out looking for you.
What do you want? We smoked most of what we stole.
I just want you, both of you, or I smoke your family.
Yeah, somehow he survived that. I'm as confused as you are as well. Anyway, this time, when the duo came to the rescue, they merged together as Jericki.
I am Jericki.
What's up?
Jericki fought off the bad guys by climbing walls and even using cool gadgets.
Got a split?
Ultimately saving the Smith family in the most badass way possible. Bizarre, but badass. Last, but certainly not least, we've saved the greatest for the end. The time when evil Morty and Rick fought against Rick Prime. Rick C-137's backstory was just as sad as any other Rick, and all of us really wanted him to find Rick Prime. And we finally got there with the help of evil Morty.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh shit, Evil Morty! Should I grab the net?
Yes!
And who was evil Morty? In Season 7, Episode 5, we came to know that evil Morty was just another Morty who got tired of all the things Rick put him through.
Either you're in or you're out, Morty. I'm tired of you weaponizing this half-assed threat. You want out, then fucking quit!
So he took a stand against him.
Yeah, pal. Rick and Morty. 100 years. Forever.
Get off me. What are you doing?
Eventually becoming president of the Citadel of Ricks, and even destroying it just to live his life outside the central finite curve in peace. However, when Rick and Morty were trying to find Rick Prime outside the central finite curve, evil Morty showed up and eventually helped them find him.
Why would I touch it when I don't want it improved?
Improved?
You're hitting infinite targets. At least filter for probability stasis.
I was gonna. Duh.
Even when they found him, they got trapped inside one of Rick Prime's games, where they encountered other Ricks who had come to avenge their wives' deaths as well.
He killed my wife. We know. Son of a bitch! You killed my wife!
I really thought Rick would bond with the other sad Ricks, missing their wives, but I guess I was wrong. Rick, along with the two Mortys, beat the game by killing off all the other Ricks. And even a giant spider head of Diane.
You taking her to go?
And Rick found some black fluid from there, helping him find Rick Prime's lair.
Holy shit!
So that's the guy?
When Rick arrived at Rick Prime's Batcave, he climbed Rick's Uncle Slow, or as everyone else knew him, Slow Mobius.
Kind of the worst.
Which further enraged Rick. A fight broke out between them and Rick Prime, where they used all sorts of gadgets against each other, leaving Rick and Rick Prime bloodied from head to toe. However, Rick Prime knocked out Rick, healed himself, and turned his attention towards Morty.
Super weird, obviously. We're both trying to kill each other.
Oh, jeez.
That wasn't the Morty he was expecting. Evil Morty, who had swapped shirts with Morty, zapped him and dragged him into another room.
Grandson.
Shitty Grandpa. Oh.
Rick Prime tried to partner up with him by saying that every Batman needed a Robin.
Starting to see the value. You want a job? We could be like Batman and Robin.
I don't need a Robin.
But evil Morty wasn't interested at all. He then brings Rick's knocked out body into the room and revives him.
Okay, all right, I get it. What? Oh, shit.
Cue the beating of a lifetime. I suppose death, as Rick C-137 pummels Rick Prime with his bare fists.
You lived in my house!
Oh, it was such poetic justice. Talk about catharsis.